7.
Point 2.3 build. Patch, yada, yada, yada. All right. New patch available. Yes, sir. Players now on the game difficulty scale if you are multiplayer. Force move option. Available in the control settings, which can allow the player to command the gun to move to a specific location without targeting a monster. This is for controller only, I believe. Unless I'm wrong, I could not find this setting. Where is the setting? Controls. And it's called Force Move. Force Move. Force Move. I want it to be my left mouse click. I can't make it my left mouse click? Why not? That's all I want to do. I want to just left mouse click over here. Why can't I do that? Okay, well, you know, you can make throw left mouse click. I guess. Is it the same thing? I was just hoping for a force move right here, right? That's what I was hoping for. That's what I wanted. But, is what it is. Okay. This is a little cheat to get around that, but okay. That's that. Quick cast and options where they can use abilities with the UI. Quick cast. An option available in-game settings, which can allow the player to use abilities with hotkeys without having to select the skills. Let's take a look. Options. Game settings. Quick cast. What's the quick cast? Quick cast skills.
Not in town.
So.
Not in town.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, man. So now. I see. It's not terrible. That's gonna take some getting used to. I don't know if I'm gonna be, and it's still, you know, but I feel like it's more responsive than regular. That's cool. Being able to buff real fast is really cool. You can't target your merc with that. Look, I can't target my merc with it. Bug figured out. Bug announced already. Alright, well. I like it. I like it. But I need to be able to do that. Telekinesis is nice. I bet. I wish I could choose one. Like, I wish I had like a separate bar for quick cast and then other things for the regular. You know what I mean? That's what I was hoping for, because they said, oh, you'll have a separate UI for quick cast. That's what they said in the original patch. No separate UI. It's just a checkbox that does both back and forth. So disappointed, but whatever. Active skill bindings bar. This is an additional. Oh, maybe this is what I'm talking about. Maybe this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Now we're talking. Display active. Okay. Quick cast. All right. Now, with both of these selected, default key bindings. I see. So, does that mean that some of these are not active and some of these are? So these are all active skill binds then. Anything. I can just see them now. I can scroll up to switch the right click thing, you know. Hmm. I could probably get used to this. I probably could, but I was hoping it'd be two separate things. I'd still have my, you know, other things here, then I'd have separate things, you know. So I was right. You can't do both. You have to do active or non-active, but you can't do both, which is disappointing, but it's okay. Gameplay. Visual indicators added to the show when player character attack miss an opponent in PvP. So the same thing that you can set to miss now happens in PvP. It's forced to happen in PvP. Pet summon mercenaries will now warp to player's location if they're far away from player's character. Pathing has been improved for player summons. Well, so I read that he does teleport with you every time now, instead of sometimes. He will always teleport with you, like they did in old Diablo 2, which is kind of good, but I was kind of getting used to him being able to like still face tank things while I kind of teleported a little bit here and there. But, you know, I've done it this way for 20 years. I'm okay with it. Let's see what else we got here. Players can use the tab key to cycle through all channels in game lobby. Tab key to cycle through all channels in game and in lobby. Don't know what that means. But I'm tabbing. They didn't do anything about these bots, huh? That would have been nice. That would have been a nice thing to see. Blocking bots works now? Factor, you're so wrong. You're beyond wrong. You can mute block them. Okay. Block. Let me just scroll down a little bit. Unable to ignore Mighty Owl 22152. Here, let me show. Yeah. I don't know what this tab thing is. It is I don't know. Tab key to cycle through all channels in game and in lobby. So if I were to like start, I mean, no, it doesn't do anything. So if I do tab like this, if you can see it, I'm hitting tab. Trade game, trade game, trade game. Nifty. Nifty. Not something we needed whatsoever, but nifty. Text art whispers different color, cool. Real game name, yep, real name and game. Visual indicators added to represent PC lobby characters who are muted or ignored players. Visual indicators have been added to show character level and expansion type to PC lobby characters. I don't see that either. Like none of these, there's no visual indicator to say what level they are. Is it because, is it this? Put my thing over them? Expansion level, is that what they're talking about? Ooh. So cool, man. NVIDIA DLSS deep learning super sampling is now supported. To enable, please reference your options menu. I don't think we're gonna mess with that. I don't mess with it. If my stuff looks good, I ain't touching it. Add a proper error message in case where the game couldn't retrieve online character from the server. Okay. Deleting your character will no longer jump your character sector to the top of the list. Instead, your character selector will progress to the next sequential character. Just keep our characters stagnant. I just want them in an order that I put, and we'll just keep them there like that. That way, when I go through my characters, I know exactly where they are on the list. I don't have to like remember, how long ago did I use the thing? Do I scroll to the bottom or the top? And give me more character. It's okay. Sorry. Bug fixes. Fixing natural NPC correct may not always play. Voice effects might not play. Fix an issue that causes Hellswarm enemies to appear as white when they spawn for a short amount of time. Fix an issue preventing an Abyss Knight from receiving full color tinting on frozen or poison effects. Fix an issue preventing the imp monster deaths from being correctly tinted to match the color's variant. That seems like a lot of work for something that, you know. Okay. Fix an issue preventing Amazon Valkyrie skill from showing as the correct color. Fix an issue preventing the part of Will-O-Wisp from receiving correct color tinting. Art. Fixed an issue where exploding cow would reappear unexploded. I needed that. That is a W. Good job. Fixed an issue where in certain areas players could partially fall into the floor and float above the ground. Well, I wish they didn't fix that. I don't want to do that. Fixed an issue where secret objects were incorrectly highlighting. Fixed an issue where assets could disappear incorrectly while on screen. Fixed an issue where some assets on lower details had distorted geometry, adjusted red light Intensity in the Throne of Destruction. I don't think we needed that. Fix various texture issues and graphical bugs. Sure. Love it. Art. Fix an issue affecting the necromancer where dim vision could stretch when teleporting. We're going to kind of go through a lot of these. Arctic Blast is now Stutter. Assassin's Phoenix Strike could remain on streams for other players after the charge has been used. Fix an issue after affecting Necromancer's Fire Golem death, appearing offset from the corpse. Fix an issue with Wolf, Direwolf summoning, voice effects calling polystorming. So no more blasting my screen thinking my graphics card is dying because somebody just summoning a wolf. Audio, we got sound, boys. We got sound. Fix an issue for audio. I don't care about audio. Crash and suck. Fix crash and curve. The Act 2 mercenary uses jab. Will transform Delirium Room word. Fix a crash and curve to max out your channel name length and a select channel in the drop down menu. Fixed a rare issue where a player could become stuck in the join game state. Miscellaneous crash fixes. Love it. Gameplay. Video dimension where if a player smash another player's soulstone, player being able to interact with it in their inventory. That's funny. Fix an issue with online games where waypoints can be unselectable when surrounded by monsters. Fix an issue in online games where Korig's leap attack. Okay. Fixed an issue entering town portal with another player could cause you to load in the next area before teleporting your character back into town. I remember that. If you clicked on a portal, it would sometimes just bring you back into town. Fix an issue with the client server synchronization when using Holy Shield. Okay. Fix an issue where attempting to trade a player with either Instash or hovering over the cursor of an item would flash the trade prompt. Okay. Improve synchronization of ability and attack animations in online games. Fix an issue where you trade with another player could close another player joins a game session. Didn't know that, but okay. Players' corpses wouldn't appear until they chose to respawn. Fix an issue where player attack and skills would not always stay in sync between client and server. That sounds good. I didn't know any of these were really issues, but okay. When Cosmo and Druko would show their summons, 1/3 of their actual health. So an issue where telekinesis, alter the ancients would active. It actually activates the ancients now. You could get stuck. I'd have like if I TK or telekinesis your ancients totem, it would glitch and nothing would happen, even though it would look activated. Hurricane skill, no one calls loading screen. Okay. Dragon Talon skill animation with play an extra kick. Druid's Fury. This is all visual though, not actual. You know, Druid Fury skill was not properly animating. Many hits thrown. No longer requires line of sight to interact with a target. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That is good. The throw skill can now be equipped even if you aren't holding a throwable weapon. So that's what we're talking about with the point to move. Okay. Fix an issue where overlapping firewall or blaze missiles could cause increased damage. So firewall's fixed. He's telling us an RFS in Act 2 calls interface screen to become stuck on that screen. Fix an issue where if you're in town and cast enchant another player, it could initiate a trade. I didn't know that. Where paladin characters could interact with stash if they had certain abilities mapped to specific controller buttons. Didn't know that, but okay. Orgus could toggle on off briefly while performing inventory functions. Yes, that is annoying. I don't know if you've ever seen me doing my gambling, which I need to do actually. But if I had the aura on with the bow on, the edge bow, the aura would keep it was so annoying. Paladin could be giving rubber banding when his mana was depleting while holding down the charge skill. You couldn't equip conviction if you were using a bow or crossbow. Interesting. Couldn't equip the conviction. I don't know what that means. Shadow Master would not teleport using Dragonflight ability. Cool. Monsters reviving Necromancer couldn't be unsummoned. Okay. Controller. We can't really test this out because I don't have controller. If you're a controller player, here it is. Link in the description down below. How much longer we got? We're more than halfway through, but damn, I didn't realize it was this much. Okay. Dead Mercenaries no longer appear in town, thank God. Dead Mercenary joined another player game called the Dead Mercenary to appear in idle animation. That was really annoying. I'm glad that's fixed. Fix an issue where mercenaries would not always teleport with players. That's fixed. We just saw that. Fix an issue where stun grotesques were not targetable. Okay. Fix an issue where Tome Viper's Poison Cloud attack was improperly dealing physical damage. The Poison Clouds now deal proper poison damage. I don't know what proper is, but it sounds like that's better. Hooray, hardcore players. You can now do D keys, apparently. That's really good. Fix an issue where some of Bale's projectiles and attacks could display different voice effects for different players. Fix your Death Lord's frenzy attacks wouldn't animate correctly. Where hatched cocoons could reset and become unhatched. Fix an issue where you attempt to deposit more gold in your stash than stash could fit, and no gold will be deposited at all. So I can... Wait a minute. You're telling me that if I have this much gold, I can deposit that much and it'll fill up finally. Oh my god. Look at that. What a pretty thing that is. Oh my goodness. No. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Oh, life is good. Life is good. Various players' abilities. False encounters and monsters. Localization. Correct audio translation. Don't care. Don't care about voices. Username. If it's an issue with certain languages. Okay. If it's issue where the player hostility tooltip would be difficult to click in online mode. Well, I don't have anybody in the game, but okay. Controller. We're going to scroll by that. Mercenaries. Fix an issue where mercenary skills would be displayed on the incorrect order when using a controller. Displayed in the incorrect order when... I don't know what that means. Is this all controller stuff? No. Chat. Fix an issue where our chat channel list was large enough to create a scroll bar, and then channels on the left, the players have difficulty scrolling back to the top of the channel list. I don't know what that means. Fix an issue on whether a chat message could be cut off by the chat window. Click on a link to iron the game incorrectly. Okay, so the link glitch doesn't happen anymore, apparently. Fix you in the chat window and blocking the player from casting. Oh, thank God. Oh, man. You're telling me. Now, I know I'm like covering up chat.
Good day.
You're telling me. And we're gonna take this off. But if I were to type a whole bunch of crap, I can still click through it. Look at that. I can move. Huh? W. I can cast spells through it. Oh, how beautiful is that? Using the who is in chat command without a username no longer come the game to responsible. It would never come the game to response to delay twice. Okay. Certain button highlights would be misaligned. Where clicking and dragging highlighted text didn't display to the player. Let's go to the mouse. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. So hopefully I can copy and paste game names easier. Inconsistency with text highlight behavior. Okay. Forward areas when I can do air from a portal until the player moves around. Oh, so I don't have to move for my map to show anymore. That feels good. Or level exits wouldn't always load in the mini-map, rapidly teleporting. I remember that. I thought they fixed that last time. I saw it happen to me yesterday, but still. I guess it was better. Now it's fixed, I guess. Fix an issue where the button highlight is improperly sized for the imbue and add sockets button on controller. Okay. Instructions were visible on your character in the menus. Add an error message when players attempt to create a chain of game longer 15 characters. Finish your credits for music will stop playing. Kind of going to speed through these, and if it seems important, I'll say something about it. With no weapons, armor, and shields with no durability will no longer appear on your character at the front end. All right, fixed issue where certain button highlights misaligned. Controller input when... Okay. Lastly, fixed issue where certain button highlights will not be misaligned. Necromancer class text in the party menu would get cut off in the large font mode. Fixed issue where swapping in out of legacy mode that was causing certain tooltips to shrink. Using a traverse skill while the waypoint menu is active will now correctly dismiss the waypoint menu. So a lot of good here. A lot of good. Final thoughts. Final thoughts. I feel like this is what betas are for, though, is to fix all this shit, you know? And I'm not trying to discourage or you know, hard work went into them doing this. I don't want to, you know, discourage that, or, you know what I mean? But this is what betas are for. It's everything that was fixed here, you know? Everything on here is what betas are for, right? So the fact that they do it is great. It's just late, man. It's just late. Half of these things are why people quit already. And they're not coming back till maybe later, hopefully. You know? And it's just late, guys. It's just late. You know? Good job. But it's late. I mean, to be honest, I would have I would have waited this long for launch, and they would have just had all this shit fixed. To be honest with you, they could have launched it today, the whole game today, and I'd been fine with it. But you know, because people left because of all of this shit. People are gone, may never come back. You know, it's too late. Anyways, that's the patch notes. Make sure you follow for the next one. And I'll see y'all later. Peace, peace.